Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. I hope everyone is well. It's a beautiful, cold, semi snowy evening in Colorado. So I hope you're staying warm. I'm just going to get my desktop all set up here and we will get started. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, good to have you here and welcome back all of your regulars. So good to see you guys. Of course, a big thank you to everyone for helping me reach 2,000 plus subscribers. So I'm going to throw that out here to make sure everyone's aware. I do have a celebration going on where I will be having some giveaways on February 29th, leap year day. And so if you're interested, be sure to check that out. It's depending on how many people get into the drawing is how many winners I'll have. So before we start, though, I do want to send love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, of course, I more than welcome that. When one person sends unconditional love energy out to the world, it helps transform a million people having lower vibrational emotional experiences. And when we do it together, it multiplies, doesn't add, it just multiplies even more. So I'm going to take a big deep breath, come back to you right here, right now. And whether you're watching live or even on replay, we join together outside of space and time. So please feel free to join me. So I'm going to take like I said, a big deep breath, come back to right here, right now, and let everything else go. And as I hit the beautiful singing bowl, just let that energy flow down from the heavens into our hearts, fill us up, and flow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. I'm just going to put that back over yonder. So it finishes out its singing there. And thank you for joining me. I can feel the difference with all the extra energy. So thank you. And then also happy belated Valentine's Day for those of you who celebrate. If you didn't check out our pick a card, we do have a Valentine's pick a card, which is what do you need to know about love right now? So if you're interested, that's a free one there. And of course, I do have new relationship readings that I introduced. So just in case you're not aware, those are half off until the end of the month. If you want to find out all the 6 different types of love readings that I offer, there's the link that tells you all about that. And of course, also, we have a new podcast episode. I started a new podcast called From Chaos to Cozy. It's all about our journey of, we come from cozy, we come down to chaos, and it's our journey back to cozy. And episode 1 came out last Sunday. From here to there, episode 2 will come out on Sunday. And if you are one of my YouTube channel members, either at my Zen Cricket or my Praying Mantis level, you get advanced access. I'm recording them 2 or 3 ahead. I'm trying to get to 3 ahead. I'm 2 ahead right now, but I'm going to try to get to where I'm further ahead, and you get advanced access to those and all my pick cards. I usually have those 2 to 3 in advance too. And so you get advanced access to that, as well as on Wednesday, I started a new cozy chat. So from 6 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time, all of my YouTube channel members have an opportunity to talk about the podcast, ask questions, talk about your chaos, ask how you can overcome things in your chaos to feel more cozy as well. That's all a live chat. And then my praying mantis members, so my Zen Cricket's $2.99 a month. My Zen Cricket is $7.99 a month. Sorry, my praying mantis is $7.99 a month. I'll get it straight. And my praying mantis members get an additional access to a 2-hour Q&A on Thursday nights. And then after each one of these 5 sessions that I have on the weekend, I have an hour afterwards where I also have with my praying mantis members. If you're interested in any of that, check the description box down below as I hit my microphone. Also, each month, YouTube gives me 10 Zen Cricket level monthly memberships to give away where you have a free month. And I give those away. I just gave the first ones away here at the beginning of February. I'll get 10 more at the beginning of March. So the first Saturday in March, I'll give that first morning session 5 away and the evening session 5 away. And all you have to do is make sure your membership gift notifications are set to on. And how you look and check is if you click on that little dollar bill sign at the bottom of the chat, you'll have a little selections come up. One of them will be memberships, and then there will be a little menu, 3-dot menu. Click on there, and there's membership, like gift membership settings, I think is what it says. You click on there, a little box pops up, and just has a little switch that you just need to switch to make sure it's on instead of off. And then YouTube decides, and Spirit, of course, I don't have anything to do with it. I just click the little button to gift 5, and then it goes out and gifts 5 of those to individuals. It's supposed to be individuals who are interactive on the channel or on channels. And so they automatically pick those, and you have a free month access. So pretty cool. All right, so that's the skinny. That's how it all works. That's everything I'll talk about now. Well, of course, no. There's a couple more things. Want to make sure everyone's aware we just put out Pisces season 2. So happy birthday to all you Pisces that are coming up here. This is a pick a card for everyone, but there's a bonus for all you Pisces sun babies. Get a 3-month forecast. So be sure to check that out. Or if you know any Pisces, be sure to forward them that link and wish them a happy birthday. Also, for all of you Aquarians, we still have time here. And of course, it's a 3-month forecast. So if you're an Aquarius or non Aquarius, you can give them that bonus reading. It's 3 months worth of there as well. All right, so now that's enough. All right, so let's get into it. Let me just move this out of the way here. And we will start up here. Now, if you're new, how the readings work is I do go down in order. First come, first serve for the free readings. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do step outside of the free readings, dive deeper into those to honor the energy exchange. And then I return back and continue down the free list. So that is how it works. I am going to be using this beautiful Light Seers Tarot. Beautiful deck. So if you're interested, you know what that looks like. If you want to pick it up where you normally pick those up. All right. And so let us dive in here. So I don't think I have any donations. So we will start at the very top. So Lydia, hello. And you want to know here, how is Javier doing? Is he still healing? Has he done some work? All right, let's see what Spirit will allow you to know right now. So let's take a look here and see what's going on with Javier. All right. All right. Well, I would say that he's more distracting himself. The Two of Swords does show that they're closing their eyes and opening their hearts a bit. But also the Knight of Wands is about action, movement, doing a lot of external passion, acting on passions in the outside world, a lot of activity, trying to distract themselves. It's like they start to think and they're like, okay, that's enough. And then so 98% activity, 2%, inner work and and transforming things, but I feel like they're more, at this point in their life, more focused on distracting themselves and trying to achieve things in the outside world and that type of energy, not so much focused inward. So Javier is just being hot-blooded, and I don't feel like they're doing like, being the town being the town gigolo or anything like that, but they are like activity, really involved in this, really involved in that, really involved in this, instead of having time alone. Feel like they're just trying to do whatever they can in the outside world to keep them distracted, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on for 'em right now, Lydia. So that's what we have going on. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. I completed those earlier. Here, I think I have the link. I come back on to complete special sessions for the stuff I didn't finish in the morning, and here is the link to that video. And yours is number 2. Dijona did beat you in donating first. So you can just click on that one. That'll take you to that video, and you're number 2. All right. And thank you again for your donation. All right. So we'll continue down the free list. We've got Johanna. So shout out to Johanna. Sorry I didn't shout out to you earlier. You are one of my YouTube channel members. So thank you so much. It's because of you and other channel members and all my donators and all those that purchase my services. All of you, thank you. I'm able to do this as my livelihood. So thank you for that. And you want to know, it's been a weird adventure lately, eh? Will you interact with Marcus again, and what's the energy there? Mirror? Yeah, we'll take a look here. Yeah, this Pluto Aquarian energy is going to take about 20 years, take us on a 20-year weird journey for sure, and I'm excited. Being an Aquarius, sun at least. Yeehaw. All right, let's take a look here. So, will you interact with Marcus again? All right, and then what is the energy there? All right. Well, I don't if you do, the 5 of swords here just represents a lot of mental and communication conflict. If you do, I just feel like we've got a lot going on here. The energy is this reflection, the 2 of Pentacles. So, there's this duality and the power of choice of the physical actions in the outside world. But it does feel very mirror-like with the 2 pentacles. Anytime there's a 2, it could feel mirrored. But it is showing you a lot of the higher realm reflected in the lower realm, that can see the white bright orb and then the red package kind of purse down here. It just shows that there's this reflection of the higher and the lower, the head and the heart. And any interaction I feel was just going to be, like this crow who's calming right in the ear and giving him a headache. It's really a lot of clarity. If it'll focus at all there, if I do it this way. But you can see he's just like right there, calming away. And it's both the non-interaction and the interaction, I feel, are bring up reflective energy, because sometimes when people do things, obviously they trigger us, but also it's the non-words and the non-doing that also trigger things. It's like, oh my God, make up your mind. I almost feel like they're a rubber band impact in your life. They're there and then they're gone, and then they're there, then they're gone. And it's like, bing, bing, bing. It's like one of those little, remember those little toys that had the paddle with the ball attached on it? It's all ping, ping, ping. It's always there and then away, then there and then away, and then there, then away. And you have to watch out if it comes back, it doesn't hit you in your eye, right? So I do feel like there's this energy, a lot reflecting upon yourself, but there's just a lot of triggering. And I understand when you said it's been a weird adventure lately. I just feel like all these things in the outside world are coming in to trigger fears so that you're aware of them. It's almost like people who, there's these fields of landmines and they go in to blow them up so we can dismantle the minefield so it's safe to walk. That's kind of feel like what's going on in your life right now. Just a lot of things that are coming up that are triggering things to bring them to your awareness, but it's for you so that you can see things more clearly and like you said, walk more calmly without things blowing up. So that's what they have there for you, Johanna. So thank you again for your question. Hopefully that makes sense. Many blessings. And then Antisha or Anteshi Singh, who knows if I'm even pronouncing it anywhere close. Deepest apologies uh, for if I am not getting anywhere close. And you want to know, will you get an internship this summer? All right, so based on current energies, let's see what Spirit wants you to know about internships here. All right. I feel like the internships don't work out with the Three of Swords, which is the expectations equal disappointment and the feelings of a little bit of heartbreak, but a lot of disappointment. But it's okay because the Judgment card is your higher self calling you to a higher place. So I like this. It's like the internship, I don't feel like you get, but you get something better, something more in alignment with your higher self. So it doesn't feel as bad. It's like, oh, I didn't get that, but oh, but I get that. It's like, whoa. It's like, well, your seat on the plane in coach um, got canceled, but we're going to give you a first class seat instead. What? Okay. We're okay with that happening, right? That's kind of the energy that I feel is coming in here is on one hand, you don't get what you thought you were supposed to get, but you get something much better that's more in alignment, makes your heart sing, and you're much more excited about. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Anteshi. So many blessings to you. Easy breezy, short and easy. All right. And we'll continue moving down here. So Mia, hello, hello. You want to ask, will your XG try to contact you again or come by to your house? He tried the other day after 5 years. Wow. Wrote you a message, but you weren't there and you did not reply. You hope he won't anymore. Well, 5 years, people change, You never know. Let me shuffle these back up again here. Didn't get anything with those. So let's take a look here. Will G come by again? Try to contact you or come by again. And anything else you need to know about G here? Okay. I don't know here. I mean, you got the Nine of Cups, which is dream come true. You have the Queen of Swords, which is balancing your head and your heart coming in here too. So, if you're not wanting, you're hoping he won't, then it feels like you have your dreams come true here in a way. But, this Queen of Swords, there's also this energy of, careful. You got the Six of Cups, which is someone coming back from the past, and the page, the Page of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity, and also with the Lovers card coming in there, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh. And the Sun. All of this is what's flowing below the surface here. And then also the King of Swords, which would be divine counterpart that's coming in here. So, I feel like regardless of what happens here, they're having you focus on the bigger picture because they're like, people change. And maybe that's why I said, spend 5 years, people change, people are different. And, you know, at least, I feel like they'll contact you, but I feel like you're going to know. I mean, I feel like it's important for you to realize, um, who they are and who you're different and they're different now. And when I feel like they are going to contact you with all these cards because there is someone coming back from your past and it almost feels like a dream come true with all of those cards, especially the Nine of Cups. So, I mean, there's a possibility that they've grown and changed so much, and so have you, to where it's going to be different. It's going to be like meeting someone new, and maybe you guys have both transformed enough where you're different. So give it a chance. And be open-minded. They're not the person, and you're not the person you were, so you're not gonna, you know, fall for someone, nilly-willy, willy-nilly, or mia mia. So I feel like they will, but give it a chance. Yeah, again, on the bottom of the deck. Wow, look at this. Dreams come true, 10 of cups, emotional fulfillment. So you'll know, you know, and if it's like, oh god, no, there's no, you recognize the same things and you're like, "No, no, no, no. I know what I want. I know what my dream come true is." You don't have to fear. So I feel like this spirit is like, just let it happen and you're gonna know. And but you definitely have a partnership that feels like a dream come true in store for you in this lifetime with all those cards. Oh my gosh. But I feel like, you don't have anything to fear, and so if they do stop by and they write you a message, or they communicate with you, or if they left you a number for you to do it, just do it and get it over with. Because if you're like, wow, they are different, we'll check it out. I'm not going to just say, come and move in. You control all that. So you don't have to fear. You're not the person you were before, and neither are they. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's going on, Mia Mia. So just know everyone changes, even we do, right? No, no, no. You're funny. Yeah, you don't know, you don't know. They could have totally changed and, um, you know, found their higher selves and totally changed, and you're just like, "Wow," right? And you've changed too, so I like it. So just be open, but don't be, you're not gonna be stupid, so, uh, you can at least, I will allow you to make your case and come before the court, before the throne, and I am the queen of my empire now. I don't take nothing. I don't take no poo caca for no one, so let's see who you are. And then you're like, "Nope, out. Get out of my kingdom." Alright. So that's what they have for you, Mia Mia, and then Ms. Rakbayin, you want a general reading. Let's take a look here, see what the spirit wants you to know right now. All right, what do we got going on here? All right. Yeah, I see here. You definitely have here this Knight of Cups and this Two of Pentacles. There is this choice that's coming up here, emotional choice, I feel, with the combination of those two cards, because you also have the Moon and the Three of Swords, which represents some, lot, some feelings that felt like heartache and pain that were below the surface that are making their ways to the surface. And this, all of this Two of Pentacles with this Knight of Cups, just show me that, these individuals that have been coming up lately, I mean, you are definitely in this place of nurturing yourself, understanding yourself. You had the Moon card, which is Mother Luna, at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, which is also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I just feel like what Spirit is saying going on right now, you have a lot of people coming in and out in different capacities in your life, both like work and family and friends and, romantic interests here and there. It just feels scattered, where you're getting a bunch of different types of emotional, um I don't like calling them lessons, just information. A lot of emotional information that's coming through, and you're seeing trends, you're seeing things that, like, all of these things seem to have a root, and I feel like you're getting to that root. That Moon card is, you're diving deeper and deeper into your emotions, and they're bubbling to the surface, which is important, because there's a lot of energy that is being invested with this situations with people. And there's just a lot of emotional energy that's maintaining some old pains that can be transformed. And there's old relationships that you can let go that no longer serve you either. And I like this. It's like you have this emotional growth, this emotional maturity that's just it's the strength. That's even a better word. Emotional strength that's coming in because you're realizing I don't have to do this. I don't have to maintain this. I don't have to let this impact me anymore. And it is a big transformational type of energy that's coming in. And to embrace it and allow the cycle to happen, just look at it as like more from a train that you're watching these emotions rather than having to re-experience them because it really allows you to detach and not relive the whole thing, but also go, yeah, this emotion I felt, I remember it. I don't have to feel it, but I remember it. And I don't want to, I don't want to feel this way anymore. And why am I feeling this way? What am I fearing? What was I trying to fix? What was I trying to control? All that was outside of me, had nothing to do with me. It doesn't mean anything about me. And I like this transformation that's coming in with it all. So that's what they've got for you right now, Ms. Rec. Hopefully that resonates for you there. All right, very bad, very good. And sorry, Mia, you're so funny. Out, get out, get out. Too funny. All right, and then Happy Pill, you are up next. So where does this year take you? Where's this year going to be taking you? What does Spirit want you to know? What in this year? How's this year going to impact you based on your current energies? We've got definitely this balancing and this progression that's happening in the outside world with both the six and the eight of pentacles. Six of pentacles, there's a great balancing of your worth as far as how much you feel you have to give to be able to receive back. The eight of pentacles does show that you've been putting in a lot of work on yourself and other things, and that does result in progression and movement in the outside world too. It's like an apprentice becoming a master. It's someone moving up. It's a student graduating or a student becoming a teacher. There is this movement forward. By the end of the year, things aren't going to be able to stay the way they have always been before. And what I mean by that, it's like a lot of times the example Spirit gives is like a caterpillar in cocoon and turning into a butterfly. Bunch of caterpillars or life, it's like everything is supposed to go into cocoon and transform. You do, and when you come out of the cocoon, you realize almost everything else didn't change. Everyone else decided to stay. Caterpillars eating away at leaves, and they're big and fat, and they can't hardly move. And you're a butterfly now, and you're like, well, I can't go back and become a caterpillar. I can't undo who I've become. I know it. When you know something in your head, you can't unknow it. And so you're like, I've got to be who I am. I've got to move forward and go do butterfly things. You don't see a butterfly carrying around a caterpillar or even its old cocoon. It's like I'm letting the old go that doesn't serve me. And now I'm going to go do butterfly things with other butterflies, seeking nectar instead of munching on leaves and, destroying. You're helping grow and be fruitful. And butterflies can go like on migrations for 1,000 miles. And a caterpillar goes, oh my God, 1,000 miles. Can never do that. So there's this big change, and by the end of the year, it's like you're having to fly, and other people who can't follow you, so they have to stay going at the caterpillar's pace while you fly, and you're going to go do all these adventures. You can come back and say hi to the caterpillars because you know exactly where they're going to be. But it's about you, movement in the outside world, which could mean job, education, location, and things like that. So by the end of the year, gonna be some pretty spectacular things. If you haven't checked out the energy forecast 2024. Let me grab that for everyone here. 2024 energy forecast. Here's the playlist for everyone. It's the for each individual zodiac sign. There's a big year preview around love, money, career, and it splits out the year into 3 equal parts of 4 months, giving a blessing for each, and also a little extra information on each of those periods too. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. All right, so that's what they got for you right now. Happy pill, very exciting. And the magician, you are up next. So spirit guides messages on your spiritual journey. Let's take a look here. What do your spirit guides want you to know about your spiritual journey here? All right. Well, you definitely have, okay. You definitely have some new energy coming in. I was going to say it's like an upgrade with this page of wands, which is, the number 11 in like the suit. It goes from the ace to the 10, and then the page should be 11, and then the knight 12, queen 13, king 14. And so this page of wands is about a heightened spiritual energy. That's what wand suit is. It's our passion, but also our spiritual energy. And with the 6 of cups, that's a card that indicates past life connections. And it brings a couple things in. One, that you are going to become aware of some spiritual gifts and some spiritual connections that you have to past lives that you brought into this lifetime. And so those gifts are helping you on this journey and on this spiritual path. But you also have this extra, I don't know, purpose, or this extra, I don't want to say access, because we all really have access to the Akashic records in our past lives, but it's down in our subconscious. And I feel like a part of your purpose, or a part of your what you share in this lifetime, is helping people access past life information, whether you do past life readings or you just have a natural essence to understand a lot of what they're bringing into this lifetime, and helping people apply it. Something to do with this past life energy is prominent for you, and your spirit guides want you to know that if you haven't checked into it, just kind of glance at past life information. Look at Akashic records if I'm pretty sure you're probably aware of it with a name like magician, but look into it and go, what unique spin on accessing it are you being encouraged to do? But I feel like you get not downgrades, downloads, upgrades. That's not downgrades, downloads, upgrade, where you're getting information, you're getting an enhancement, an extra alteration on like a spiritual gift that's bringing in past lives with it, that just really help others in addition to yourself. So I like that, free magician. That's what they have for you right now. So quite interesting. I love doing past life readings. I introduced those, I think, at the end of November, beginning of December, and I've done a lot of them. And oh my gosh, I love what they bring into each lifetime. So that's what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So Dollface Diva, you'll be the next free reading, but I do have a donation here. And Tavi T, yeah, I do Cash App. It's in the description box of the video. If you haven't found it there yet, I can grab it too, unless you were saying that you were doing it. Cash App doesn't update like as fast as it used to for me, but I do have it here. Let me just grab it really quick. I think I do. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's on here. Down. Or maybe up here. Oh, I don't think I have it in this thing that I referred to. But if you look at my the description box of the video, everything's in there at the beginning there. I just don't have it here. Maybe do I have oh, I do have this other one open. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Let me just grab that really quick here. for the future too. There they are. Okay. Here it is, just in case. And then I'm going to copy that over here so I can find it faster in the future too. I was like, where did it go? I thought I had it somewhere. I'll just create another note here and at least just have it there for now. All right. And just let me know once you've done it too, because the email from them comes like an hour later. And I don't realize that it's on there until that. So just let me know. All right. So Mia, thank you for your donation. We'll jump down there and let's give that some love and a like there. And you want to know you have a specific person in your heart which you can't wait to hug again. Oh, so will he feel what you feel once this happens? Anything we felt at the beginning. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say here. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, I feel like ultimately that they'll catch on, but you know, um, I don't feel like they're gonna feel like what you feel when you feel it, because you're so much more along in your awareness of your heart and your self-love. I don't feel like they're there yet, because I still feel like they've got some heartbrokenness going on. A lot of these fears and disappointments that they've got happening inside, and I feel like they will, with all of this, they have this, energy of we've got the two of pentacles. They're in these cycles of understanding. We've got the justice card where they're balancing out, again, this is about balance. The two of pentacles, they're getting some balance both in the mind and the outside world. They've got abundance here with the king of pentacles and the 10 of pentacles. That's why I feel like they'll eventually balance stuff out, but I don't feel like it's going to be like, this feeling the same way you do in the moment, because they've got walls up. To everyone, not just to you. They've got these walls up that are just taking some time to balance and to go through. But the reason why I feel like it's, like like you said, later is fine. You got the Six of Wands, which is equal passion, but also victory, and the Star card, which is kind of like a dreams come true, dreamy type of card. So I do feel, and again, another balance card, and but they're letting go of these expectations, the 10 of swords, which is a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And we know that expectations equal disappointment. That's where this comes from. And so they're learning to release a lot of the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, have tos and musts in their life that are the source of all this disappointment and things like that. So I kind of feel like they try not to get their hopes up, because their hopes get, thrashed against the rocks like a ship. Um, but I do feel, I mean, like things do balance out, and that 10 of Pentacles does feel, that's one of my relationship cards, because it shows two people together with the dog and the child and the grandparent and the family tree and the coin and the palace. It does feel, very full, and very, interactive there. So, I like that for you. I feel like they will eventually, but like not like, boom, oh my gosh, love sparks at first recite, right? Hugging you again, oh my gosh, they're going to be excited. They're going to be joyful. I feel like they're kind of really down to earth person too. They're just figuring things out. So I like that. So there you go. There you go, Mia Mia. I like it for you. Just and that's also for you too, right? Let go of your expectations and allow celebrate who they are and what they're able to give, and then they'll give you more. But if we go, that's it, that's all you can give me, then it's like, you know, you know, that just pushes them further away because then there's that rejection again, right? Absolutely. You are very welcome. All right, and thank you, Tabby T. I do have your donation there, and let me just see here. If you didn't ask your question yet, pop it down below. Let me scroll up just to make sure it's not up there hanging around. Okay, don't think I see it yet here. Let me just make sure it's not on your donation there. Sometimes it'll throw it in there. Nope, it doesn't say specifically what it's for there. There you go. So, will you and your child's father ever try to make it work again? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, let's see what the future looks like between you and the father. All right. What do we have happen here? Let's see. What do we got going on here? What are these cards here? All right. When I look at the combination of these cards here, I don't feel like that you'll make it work again. I feel like there might be a try with the magician card. And the reason why, I mean, I feel like Four Pentacles, they like the feeling of home as well. They like the feeling of togetherness and the Six of Cups, and so of course the children involved here too. And I feel like they might have this desire to with this magician card, but they have also got this Nine of Swords, which is a lot of fears, a lot of like, this is like insomnia nightmare card, where they have a lot of fears that are, connected to all of this. And I I feel like there's this energy of, you know, just fear of failing, and a lot of it goes back to their own upbringing, with the failure, and they saw that, well, they know the pain they experienced with parents. I don't know if their parents tried to get back together or whatever, this, attempts and failures, and how it just tore up the family over and over and over again. Something like that kind of feeling, or that fear that that would happen. And it has a lot to do with, how he felt as a child, how it impacted his brothers and sisters, and what he saw his mom go through possibly too. And he doesn't want to do that. It was hard enough with it not working out the way he thought it was. So I that's why I feel like if he tries, I don't know if it would work, but there is this Fool's card and this Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about going a different direction, and the Fool card is about a new adventure that's free and open from expectations, and like a new journey that doesn't have history, that doesn't have, you know, ammunition, as I call it. When you're with someone and you're like, "Oh, we can make it work, and I've forgiven them, and we're just gonna have a fresh start." And then the first time there's a fight, all that ammunition that was forgiven was not forgotten, and it comes blasting out, and or it's presented by our ego and our shadow self as proof. Well, look, remember this, this, and this, and this. It's like, well, I forgave that. Yeah, but it's history. It's like, even though they served their time, they still have that tendency. Do you see that? And so I don't feel like you guys will make it work again. I feel like that there's off ramps that you guys, and it feels like it's just, I don't want to say easier, but it is easier just to start new because you guys aren't the same people you were before. But you got a lot of history, and it's best for both of you, and even the child, the children, the child, to have a fresh start, because we don't. I know my parents tried to work it out till I was like 16 or 17 years old. My brother was 3 years older, and when my mom came back from a vacation they went on, she came back to tell me that he asked for a divorce. I was so relieved, because they used to fight so much, and there was so much there that I'm like, oh, this is best. So children really get it, and they understand. They would much rather have their parents peaceful than together fighting there as well. So hopefully that helps, Tavi. That's what's coming in right now for you there. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And I think that's it for the donation. So I'll scroll back to the top. We had left off with the doll face Diva. So, Diva, you want to know, what does Spirit want you to know right now? Let me take a quick sip of my tea here. Let's see what we got going on here. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. All right. Well, you definitely have a lot on your mind with the Eight of Swords and the King of Swords, but these are great cards to come up. It doesn't, I don't feel like it's overthinking. I feel like it's clarity coming to your thinking with the Eight of Swords, looking at the mirror, seeing what of your old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped in the past. And the King of Swords here has this Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords is pretty powerful when it comes to thinking, because all the kings roll over their own suit. In this case, he's the ruler over the swords, thinking, thought, belief. But all the kings are given a second portion of air, the swords. So he's the master of thought and belief and mindset and communication. But I feel like, especially with this Eight of Swords, they're helping you. They're giving you the gift of the Ace of Swords to allow you to see things from higher perspective, something that's connected to unconditional love, and you're cutting away some old beliefs you have around that are rooted in fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, not being lovable, blah blah blah. All those fears we all get, and as humans, it's part of our the giant amusement park full of fear rides, right? And so there is this great clarity that's coming in, some transformation of some fears, lower vibrational fear thoughts into higher vibrational, higher knowledge and wisdom. And so I like this for you. Spirit wants you to know you've been really learning a lot, really transforming things a lot. But journaling, questioning beliefs is really important. And as triggers come up, as a fear arises, as we feel like something's holding us back, or we're, you know, um, triggered, then we can look at that and go, what am I fearing? What am I trying to fix? What am I trying to control? So a lot of that, type of thinking and questioning can help us transform those things. And I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know right now, Dollface Diva, is that those things that are coming up so you can look at them and transform them. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. I seem sad. I don't know. Maybe uh, maybe you're sensing your own sadness. I'm not sure. I'm not feeling sad at all. So thank you for carrying, though. I don't know if you're tripping. Maybe you're picking up on someone else's sadness. So it could be. You never know. You just never know. All right. So Alice, you are up next. So Alice, you want to know, why are your friends Amber, Grace, and Alan acting so shady towards you? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here and see what is happening. So why are they acting shady? What does Spirit want you to know about that? All right. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a transformation that comes in with all of this coming in here, because the Five of Wands is an energy of what seems to be start off like conflict, turns into friendship. In fact, one of the stories that I used to tell around the Five of Wands is, it's like an old kung fu movie where it starts off with people battling. And you're like, oh my God, they're trying to kill one another. And they're just going at it with their stabs, all fighting. And then eventually there's one person barely remaining standing, the other four are exhausted on the ground. You're like, oh no, what is he going to do? Take them all out? And then they all start laughing. And you're like, wait a minute, what's happening here? They all help each other up. They walk back down the path to the monastery where they go to have a meal together in the meal hall, and you realize, oh, all of these people are, you know, they're friends, they're monks and nuns, of this Buddhist temple, and they were strictly um, training to increase and improve their skills. And so there is this energy that starts off like it feels like, battling, but then it transforms into something more loving. And with the Knight of Cups, the movement of emotion that's coming in here, it does show you and it does tell us about that everyone is a mirror for us, right? In that as we look in and at these individuals that we feel are being shady towards us, we can ask ourselves, how am I being shady towards myself? May not be in the same manner we feel they are, but the outside world is a reflection of what's going on in here. And so if we're looking at it going, okay, what do I want to learn about this about myself? Because my mirrors will continually show me what I want to see till I see it. So how am I being shady to myself? How am I being shady to them? And it just brings a lot of awareness here. All of it is on the quest for finding our inner love. And so we see this kind of shadiness reflected back in from the outside world to show us that the love of the outside world is shady in comparison to the higher love that we're looking for inside of our own hearts. So when we ask, why are these people acting weird toward me, or acting, in a, as you're calling it, a shady way, it's like, okay, I wanted to learn through this on purpose for a purpose. So now what am I learning? What's happening? What's going on there? So very interesting, energy coming in there. But, even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Pentacles, which is the feeling of abandonment, the feeling of being left behind, being left out in the cold. And that goes back to our inner child's experiences. And so we can go, okay, when did I feel this before, when I was younger? And it's like, that's why I'm feeling it now. And you can kind of look at, how can I change my relationship with myself first, and then with Amber, and then with Grace, and then with Alan. And, it's like wherever we have this judgment of their actions that it's shady, that's where we can look and do some shadow work and look at it with that. So hopefully that helps there, Alice. But that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right, very good. You're very welcome, Premia. And Bellini, you're welcome for your last reading as well. Appreciate you guys. You're so sweet. All right. So, next free reading is for Grace 1111. You want to know what is coming towards you? Let's take a look and see. What do we have going on here? What is coming towards you? What do we have happening? All right. Well, you do have this movement happening of thought and belief and mindset. You have the Queen of Swords who rules over swords, but all the queens are given a second portion of cups. In fact, if I can move my fingers here, you'll see down here, even there's a cup that's kept in a cage down here, the caged heart. But it is the balancing of the heart and mind, and the Six of Swords here too is about leaving behind thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you, which allows movement forward in something in your life. Um, it can, when we're changing our thoughts, we're changing our beliefs, and this Queen of Swords is like allowing your heart to get out of that prison cell and have this seat at the table. And I feel like what's coming towards you are some decisions to be made where, had you made it strictly from your mind, you would be like, this is what we must do, bam, right? But with your heart having a seat at the table, it's like, yeah, that's existing and it's checking the boxes off. But I want to live. I don't want to just exist. I want to go do this. And your heart and your mind come together with this plan where the mind says, okay, that's enough of something. And your heart goes in, and your heart gets a piece of what it wants too. And it results in this movement in the outside world. So it could be a movement of where you live, even to the point of moving across water or to another city, state, nation, not planet yet. We're still kind of restricted to this as far as I know. And then, or it could be movement of job, it can be movement of education, it can be a movement of relationships. But this changing of thinking and mindset, bringing in the heart, allows you to make some alterations in your life. And that's what's coming towards you, are these opportunities of decision making, where before you'd only make it with logic and mind and expectation. But now you're like, well, but I want to be happy too. And so that's what comes in, what's coming forward here. And allowing your heart to have this seat at the table with your mind is such an important piece of it. So that is what is coming in there for you. So many blessings, Grace. And then we have angel blessings. And you want to know what is coming towards you, angel blessings? Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you? All right. So I like this. You have this new opportunities opening up in the outside world, but they come about when you are being true to your authentic self, not trying to please other people or trying not to, lose support or make people, and you can't make people angry, or disappoint people. People can just be disappointed in what we do or upset with what we do, but we didn't cause it. They could have also chosen to be happy for us, right? But this is about you being true to your authentic self and not being drawn off your path out of the fear of letting anyone down or, upsetting anyone. And this is new heightened opportunities that expand and come into your life. So it does come down to it, though, of like realizing and sitting, going, why am I doing what I doing? Am I doing it because it's what I think I was always supposed to do? Or, if my mind, opinion that's been given to me in my life, or is this my heart saying, yeah, this is what I want to do? We can find sometimes something that our mind and heart will agree on, but this is all about definitely being true to the authentic you that opens up a new opportunity. Because if you're not true to your authentic self, you won't even be looking for this opportunity. It's like, oh, it's like if you're looking for a job, you're always looking for the job of something you've always done. So your search parameters, you click, I just want customer service. So you're like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. But maybe for some reason you wanted to be in childcare or be a work at a museum, and but you didn't click those on the search, so they don't bring those up. But if you get rid of customer service and just look at everything that's available in your area, you're like, oh, look at that job opportunity. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing here, is that with you being unique, allowing yourself to be true to your unique, authentic self, you see the opportunities where you wouldn't see opportunities before. And I like it for you. But that's what's coming in for you, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. All right. So let's take a look here. So Lynx Lee, you are up next. The rest of the month energy reading. 2 weeks to go. Can you believe we're halfway into February of the second month already? Where has the time gone? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So let's take a look here. What do they want you to know about the rest here? All right. Well, you do have here with the Knight of Swords, you have movement of thought and belief and mindset. And the Ten of Wands, you also have this um, clarity that comes in with where you're investing your energy. Ten of Wands is like endings and beginnings, and the Ten of Wands is like, oh my gosh, I'm burning the candle at 10 ends, which is a miracle because there's only two ends on a candlestick. But maybe it's a menorah, a reverse menorah with all those candles, but it's about not burning that many candles and getting it down to burning one candle because you can't maintain burning 10 candles all at the same time. And you can only, because if you have 10 things, you're investing energy and they can all go one space. But if you have one thing you're investing in, it can go up 10 spaces. And so there is progression that happens, but all this reevaluation comes with this Knight of Swords of really looking at and evaluating what do you feel is truly important in your life. And there's important things that don't seem urgent, but there's urgent things that are not important, demanding our attention, demanding all this energy. But when we look at, well, we're not important, well, then why are we investing energy into it? It's like you find your true north of what I want to do, where I want to head, what I want to do. When you determine that, then you are like, does it fit in with my true north? Does this action bring in me any action towards that? No, then not investing energy in that. What about that? Nope. And you're dumping these things that are just taking energy, but not bringing anything back for you to help propel you towards your dream and to get you where you're going. So there's this reevaluation and this recalibration of where you're investing your energy that allows you to move forward in your life in a very fast. It's fast moving. As soon as you make the decision to change it all, you see great movement in the area where you're investing all this energy because you have so much energy that you can invest in it. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you, Linksley. So many blessings to you. All right, we're moving down the list here. So Soul Searching Vibe, you are up next. And you want guidance from your higher self. So let's take a look here. See what we've got going on here. All right. Well, so you've been kind of waiting here with this Knight of Pentacles. Slowest moving knight, like he's not even on the horse. He's walking the horse and watching the grass grow, right? And so you've been waiting for this change and this transformation to happen here. And here it comes. The death and the rebirth is finally arriving. It's been waiting for fruition. You've been waiting and investing energy in things, which is good. The reason why things slow down in our life is for us so that we can have these rebirths because like a caterpillar doesn't change into a butterfly while it's being a caterpillar. It has to have this holding period where it builds the cocoon, it dissolves, into caterpillar soup to turn into a butterfly. And so it's important that it has this energy and time of investing its energy in the transformation. And that's what's been going on here. It's like things have been slow. You've been having the opportunity to do these things, but now the butterfly comes out. Now the butterfly, as soon as it breaks out of the cocoon and its wings dry, it's like boom, I'm off. I'm off to do butterfly things. I'm going to go collect nectar. I'm going to go on a 1,000-mile migration. Things I could never do as a caterpillar. And I feel like this is what's coming in here is, just the patience of the rebirth that's been happening. And before long, you're going to be taken off so that I can enjoy the rest while let your wings dry. And then you're going to be ready to take off in your life. And I feel like there's going to be opportunities and urges to go do stuff that you haven't felt you wanted to do before. So that's what's coming in for you, soul searching vibe. Hopefully that makes sense there and resonates, but that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. All right. And Smooth Live, you are up next. So, messages from the person on your mind. All right, let's take a look here. Messages from the person on your mind. All right. Well, you got two major arcana, and you've got the Judgment card 20, actually add 2 plus 0 equals 2. So it comes down to this message of twos. And the message from the person on your mind, it's like almost from the higher self because of that person. Because here is the Judgment card is the higher self calling the human, and the high priestess steps away and connects to the higher self, and to spirit, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions, very psychic, very in connection with the spirit world. So both of these are screaming of connect to the higher place, connect to the higher realms, and step back and listen to the calling that you have in your life for your life. And it's like the person on your mind. It's not the human side, because this is so unselfish of this message from this person. It's the higher self of the person on your mind that's saying, withdraw, take a step back, really understand what you're wanting in life, connect to the higher realms. And I am part of your higher connection too. And so you'll gain guidance, you'll gain clarity, you'll understand what it is you want to do. But I feel like you're being drawn into, it's like a higher calling card coming in here, or cards, that it's spirit saying it's time to step back from um, what you're thinking about this person, and to reevaluate what you're wanting to do with your life, where you're wanting to go. And I feel like this person that's on your mind is their higher self is telling you that, going, yeah, you've got something bigger going on in your life, a bigger calling, a bigger purpose that you're wanting to accomplish. And turning inward and upward is finding the love that you're really looking for, but also finding the purpose of life that you're looking for. So there is this, message. It's interesting because the human would be like, oh, it's all about me, 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 me. But their higher self is like, it's all about you. You've got to go do what you need to do. And you have this calling, you have this place you're going to end up. And I feel like they're saying, like, I'm not it. I'm not a part of it. But that you have this calling, you have this direction that the spirit world is asking you to go. And that's what's coming in with those cards. Wow, Smooth Life. I'm pretty excited. It's like, bye. I got my mission to live. So, but that's what's coming in there. So hopefully that makes sense there. So many blessings to you. And then QD, you are up next. So who is coming towards you? I'm just going to take another sip here of my tea. All right. So let's take a look here. Who is coming towards you? Okay. What else? All right. Well, thought we got something like this before, at least the 10 of Cups. I know that, thought we got that you have like this beautiful, huge love that is coming towards you. Here's the 10 of Cups, full from the inside, overflowing, and they're just adding into it and allowing you to fill up and overflow in your life too. The 9 of Swords doesn't scare me. It's the Nightmare and Insomnia card, which probably would scare scare us, but it's the getting towards the point of releasing a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, things that keep us up at night, things we dream about, things we think about as soon as we wake up, all on our mind, thinking, thinking, thinking. And especially if it's about relationships and love, we have a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that were given in our life, right? All of that, those roles drives us nuts. But the Nine of Swords is like, you're almost to the point of exhaustion. The Ten of Swords is like, I'm done. I don't want to please everyone anymore. I'm just tired. I can't please anybody any of the time. So why even try? And it's like exactly the place that you want to be. Because when you're releasing all of that and you're not trying to control things or fix things or be something, you're just being you and you're free from all those rules. And that's when you find love because you don't have so many restrictions that are keeping us blinded like this. And they're right here, but we don't see them because this is in the way. So when we drop these expectations, we're like, boom, hey, who are you? And it's someone that we wouldn't have even thought about or contemplated, but we find this love that's filling and overflowing. And this is who's coming towards you. And so just continue to question the thoughts and the beliefs and the opinions that you've had all your life around who you're supposed to be in love, who they're supposed to be in love, how love is supposed to happen, when, where, how, blah, blah, blah. Letting all that go. Trusting Creator, you're going to bring me the perfect person, the perfect way, and the perfect timing, right? So I like that for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. That's what they have right now for you. Not a whole lot of detail, just letting go of expectations is the focus for today. All right. So many blessings. All right. And then Anusri, you are up next. You like an angel message. All right. Okay. What else do your angels have to say? Card came flying out of the deck, so we know that one. All right. Yeah. So you do have this clarity that's coming in here. You got the King of Swords, you got the Five of Pentacles. So there is like this movement of how you think about yourself in relation to the outside world and these feelings of lack, of abandonment, being left out in the cold, all those delicious feelings we experience when we trust humans and they pull the rug out from underneath us. We create a lot of rules around what it means about us and our futures and who we are and etc. But that King of Swords with that Ace of Swords allows us to see, and from a higher point of view, a place of unconditional love and truth, capital T truth, which sets us free from any beliefs we have about the small t truths that are rooted in fear with that, well, when that person did that, that means I'm unworthy, blah blah blah, right? There's this big transformation that comes in, and that Five of Pentacles is a great change because we stop looking for humans to define us, believing that they are who bring us our sustenance in each moment. But it's the Creator, it's Source. They have endless resources, and they aren't fickle. They don't react and out of fear and then abandon us like humans do. A human does when we're when our little inner child inside of us feels unsafe or out of control. Once that fight or flight alarm goes off, all bets are off. I'm pulling back all my support to me because I need it to survive, even if it means you die. And that's the abandonment that we experience because human went into fear and they pulled away from us, and we're like, I'm abandoned, I'm left behind, I'm out in the cold. Humans will do that, but the actor behind the humans, or Creator and Spirit, they will never do that. And that's the change, the transformation that's happening in your life as you're learning this trusting relationship with the spirit realm. And I love that because you're realizing everything that you need in life comes from them, even though they might deliver it through, a human as the delivery company. They're just UPS or FedEx. They're just bringing us what we've asked for from Spirit and what they're sending to us. Can thank them. Thank you for the delivery, but it's Creator that's bringing it to us. And I love the empowerment and the change that brings in your life for you. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Anusri. So many blessings to you. And then Jean XO, you are up next. Hello, hello. And you're asking here what work and money will look like for the rest of this weekend. And me also look at the underlying energy. Sure, let's take a look here. It's a lot of cards here. Let me just give these a little refresh here. All right. So, what will work and money look like for the rest of this weekend? Okay. All right, just those and the energy. Energy on the bottom of the deck you got is the Hanged Man. So, transformation, things looking at things from a different perspective and a bit of patience and hold that's coming on here. So, maybe a little encouragement about take it easy on the money, spending, spend some time with yourself, really look at it from a different perspective. You even got the King of Swords underneath that one, under the Hanged Man. So it is about mindset and thinking and seeing things from a higher perspective. But you also have here the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. These are the cards that came out for you. And so you have the King of Wands, which is what the entrepreneur energy that comes in. And I like that. So it's about taking control. It's like the Emperor, but both of this, the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles, being true to your authentic self, choosing what you want. What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? Where do you want to head? Putting a plan together, having action behind it. So I feel like with work and money, I just feel like you've been going in circles a lot. And so now it's time to step back and see things differently and going, all right, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And so it's like, you know what? I'm ready to do things differently. I want to do things differently. And how can I make it happen? I feel like this is a weekend of taking any spare moments you have to reflect about what it is you truly want, not what your mind has told you you're supposed to want, and your responsibilities and blah, 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 blah. Not all that stuff. Get out of your head, step into your heart, look from a higher perspective, see things from that place and go, what is it that you want to do and how do you want to do it? And then, like the Emperor energy, let's take action here coming up. But I feel like it's a big reflective weekend to really look at things and gain some clarity. What's holding you back? What are you afraid of? You know, and like when I was talking to a friend not too long ago, and they're going through a lot of things with their spouse, and they were like, they're just in this place where they can't make decisions and they can't do this and they can't do that. And I was like, but you can. And they're like, oh no, I can't because of them. And I'm like, well, you're saying you can't, but you could. They're like, well, yeah, I could, but and I'm like, what are the buts? Look at what's feel you feel is holding you back because that's in here and this is what's holding us back. But if I'm like, you know what, I could tell my husband or my spouse or whoever, in this case with my friend, I don't want to live here anymore in this state or whatever. I want to go check out, you know, the warmer states or this or that. And so I want to go take a flight and I'm going to go check these places out. You can stay here or you can come with me. And once I'm back, I'll bring you the information. And then we have decisions to make. And I'm like, you don't have to sit back and wait for everyone else. You get to step forward. This is the type of energy that I feel coming in for you. It's like you're taking, all right, this is it. I'm making a move. I'm going to roll over my life and not wait for something to come to me. I'm going to initiate and take action. So I love that for you, Gene. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. I like it. I like it. All right. And then Daisy, we are to you. Hey, hey. So you did great on your first exam. High five, fist bump. And you have more college dollars. Yay. Good for you. I'm glad you have more college dollars. And you want to know, will your mom finally land on a house soon? Well, let's take a look here. Well, thankfully, I don't see a house falling on them like in The Wizard of Oz, so that's good. Let's give these a shuffle here. Let's see what we got going on here. So, is your mom going to be landing on a home soon? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I feel like she will. I can see here the fear of making the wrong choice, the 7 of Cups. This house? No. That house? No. And the 8 of Swords is that she is looking at her own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. She's looking in the reflection. What's been holding her back in the past? What's been blinding her, binding her, making her feel trapped, the have tos, the supposed tos. And it can become overwhelming when you have like, well, it has to have all this stuff and it has to do this. And what if I choose the wrong one? And, you know, so I feel like there's a lot of clarity that's coming forward that will help with that emotional and mental, I would say confusion, but indecision. And I do feel like she does find here on the bottom of the deck, King of Cups, balancing the heart and the mind, and the Three of Wands, which is about her taking a different direction than she thought she would before. So I see that there, and maybe it is the like instead of a house, she chooses a condo so she doesn't have to do the yard work or something along those lines. But I do feel like there's an alteration, and she's really getting down, defining what it is that she does want and what she doesn't want. So I like it for her, but I do feel like it is, and she will. Soon. I don't know. I mean, the energy I feel around it doesn't feel like it's tomorrow, but it doesn't feel like it's way, way far off. I just feel like in the next like 4 to 6 weeks that, she really determines what she truly, truly wants. And I feel like as she's looking at places, looking at costs, looking at a bunch of stuff that some significant things happen where she's like, yeah, I don't want to do with all that stuff. I can be in a condo that has a shared garden. So I could do gardening, but I don't have to, mow the lawn and be responsible for all this stuff. I just feel like she's getting a lot of clarity around what she does and does not want. So that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. And then Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. I know you call you Rhonda. All right. So what's coming this weekend for you, Rhonda? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. All right. Wow. So I like it. Some fire energy coming in here. And this is with the Three of Wands. It's you looking and seeing what direction that you're wanting to go here. I feel like this is a weekend where you just really have a fire put under your butt about what direction do you want to go. And it's a different direction, new information coming in. And I feel like you have a new passion, a new direction that you are just excited about heading off into. And so, whatever this is that comes in, I just feel like you're in this place of trying to decide who do I want to be? Where do I want to be? What do I want to be doing? Who do I want to be with? Blah, 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 right? You're just in this transformational, transitional place. But this Ace of Wands is like, I'm tired of waiting for the right decision to come to me. And I just want to make some decisions. And I feel like you sit down and go, you know what? I'm going to write down some decisions and I'm going to start taking step toward it. It doesn't mean that you don't, you're like, oh, I cannot waver from this, but it's about getting it on paper, getting down what you're wanting to do, where you're wanting to head, all those things, and just getting it out of your brain onto paper, out of your heart onto paper. And then you start going, what's the very next thing that I need to do to make this happen? And then you do it. And then it's small things, right? What's the next small thing I can do? What's the next small thing? And you realize that the big things are just a lot of small things added together. And if you dissect a big thing, it becomes small and reasonable, and you're able to do things. And so I like this for you. I feel like it's a weekend of fire, like you're just tired of waiting around and you're ready to take action on your life, not on the life that other people are wanting for you, but you're determining what your life is. And you're writing it down. You're just ready to take and action in direction. So I like that for you. And that's what they've got for you, Rhonda. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Nat, you are up and you'd like a general reading. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right, so let's see what we've got here. All Right. Well, you are at a place here with the World card, an ending of major cycles and the beginning of new adventure. And even the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card, there's this great um, ending and beginning that comes in here with all of this too, which allows you to, you know, let go of the way you used to do things and feel like, okay, I have to do it this way, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, all this pressure, all this, I don't want to let people down. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to fail. I don't want to be unlovable. All that stuff that comes in with that nightmare and insomnia, you know, energy of all these thoughts and beliefs and expectations we've gleaned all our entire lives, right? So this is this transformational time to really look at because the world card is the last card in the major arcana, which starts off at the full card, which is the zero. And it is the fool's journey, which is leaping off. It's like a child before we're taught no and yes and praise and punishment. And we've got this wonderful, new beginning, free of all these rules, free of expectations, and it's just a journey that is an adventure, like a little child that like anything is possible. I can do whatever I want in the world. What do I want to do? And I feel like this is this time that you're coming into where you're realizing, yeah, why am I investing so much energy in trying to make sure everyone else is happy when that's outside of our control? Number one. Number two is, why do I feel like I need to do all this stuff? It's opinion. And but it's you that gets to choose your life. It's like a giant dinner table, right? Everyone's sitting around it. We've all decided what appetizers we want to share. So we already have those and we're sharing those. We've come to agreement on that. Sample platter has a little bit of everything for everyone, right? But then it's becoming the entree I'm going to order that only I'm going to eat. And people are suggesting and recommending what I could eat. Some people are telling me what I should eat. Um, you know, self-appointed health advisors or whatever. But you're like, I'm going to eat it, so I'm going to decide what I want. And I feel like that's where you're at is this place of like, this is your life. What are you waiting for? To live your dream and pursue what you're wanting to do. You don't have to exist by trying to live up to all those things. There's this freedom that's coming in. It's endings and beginnings, significant ones in your life, whether it's who you're with or where you're working, where you're living, what you're doing, whatever it is. It's like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to leap off. And I like this phrase. It's very much supported with all this Pluto and Aquarius energy that's come out. The whole world's about to be shooken up, here for, about 20 years. So there definitely is this energy coming in. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Aju 777, you are up. Let me just scroll down a little bit here. There we go. And you want to know, how will your future spouse be? All right, let's take a look here. What little tidbit is Spirit willing to give you about your future spouse here? All right. Well, we do have here, it's someone who definitely, with the Knight of Swords, is in pursuit of education and learning. I feel like a perpetual student that's always coming in, wanting to learn, wanting to grow. Maybe they're always taking a college class, or they're always enrolled in something, or studying some sort of something for dummies. They're always learning and growing and just so thirsty for knowledge. And the Page of Cups too is someone who uh, there's just this confidence around this person here. They don't they have this confidence, this self-love, this heightened self-love, which is great because no one can give what they don't have for themselves. And they have a great amount of self-love, not like narcissistic, just self-love. And they can give love too, in big portions here. And they've got this um this confidence with all of that they deserve to learn, they deserve to grow, and they have this, like I said, it's a confidence where they realize I could learn anything if I just take the time to learn it. And so that's why they're this perpetual student. They love to learn languages and learn about things and dive into things and investigate things. So I like it. Not that they're like a nerd. No offense to any nerds out there. Um, but they like learning, but they're also very balanced with their heart too. So I like that for you, Anju. So that's what's coming in right now. So many blessings to you. Another little tidbit of who your future spouse will be. All right. And then Pinky, you are up next. Are you going to meet someone special soon? Coming week energy. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you. So going to meet someone special soon. Okay, so that'll be that one. And then coming week's energy. Pull a card for each of those. Or I guess like they're going to give you two cards for that last one here. So you're going to meet someone special soon. When you get one card, Ace of Cups, new love. Yes, you will. And the coming week energy. All right. Well, if you had any doubt, you also get the Lovers card and the Moon card coming in. So you do have this energy coming this week of important relationships and partnerships, and the moon is some hidden and unknown things coming in here too. I like this for you because there really is this energy of, I don't know, there's just this um movement of emotion from deep within you. And it makes sense, that it almost reminds me of Six of Cups energy, which is past life connections. There's a lot of this that's happening below the surface, like this connection that you have with someone, and it could possibly be, like we said, this coming week's energy is that you meet someone and you're just like, whoa, what is this emotional feeling I'm getting? And it's because it's coming from deep within your heart, deep within your subconscious, where the Akashic records are, where all this emotion from past life connections is, and it's really been amplified during this period of our lives where we're recognizing it. So I feel like this coming week you start recognizing that with other people, but, if you don't meet him this week, it's gonna be very soon, but I feel like you start feeling that connection with people. It's just like something's triggering, and you're realizing friends that you've known for a long time in this lifetime, you feel like a deeper, even deeper connection, like, out of the blue, but I feel like whoever this romantic love is, this special someone, it's gonna be, like, all of that on steroids, where you're like, "W wow, like, I know you," and they're like, "I know you too, but I don't think I know you, but I know you." It's that kind of feeling because of this past life connection that just takes things so far, uh, into so many different lifetimes. So that's what's coming in there for you right now, Pinky. I like it for you, and that's what they have. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Goldie, you are up next. And you want Pisces intentions towards you. Let's take a look here. What are Pisces intentions towards you right now based on current energies? All right. Yeah, I see here the Pisces. We've got the, Knight of Wands energy, which is the passion, right? So they do have this passion, this attraction, and they're willing to act out on the passion and the attraction. The Eight of Cups, they're not emotionally available. The Eight of Cups is they're trying to walk away from relationships and emotions and things that no longer serve them, but they're in the process of that. And so they're not emotionally available. Their passion is available, you know, um, but their emotions aren't. And so, when we're talking about their intentions right now, it's mainly attraction, physical attraction, energetic attraction, but it's not love, it's not emotion, it's not because they don't have that to give right now because they're still figuring it out. It's like their emotional lake is dry because of all the emotions that they're maintaining below the surface and all the other emotional relationships they have in their lives, whether it's family, friends, or whatever. just so stretched out, there's not anything left for them to give in the emotions. Passion, they're like, "Hey," but emotions not so much. So, they are working on it with that 8 of cups means they're flowing through things. They're trying to get back this emotional, um, reservoir to be able to give emotion, but right now it's still just trickling in. They haven't done a super amount of movement in that. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's going on right now for you, Goldie. So many blessings to you. Right. Continue moving down the list here. And we are to Tortoise Love. Hello, hello. So, what is your specific person expecting from you? All right, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, a lot of emotion they're expecting from you here with the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of, the Queen of Cups rules over emotion. All the queens are given a second portion. So they expect empathy. They expect you to know what they're feeling without you telling them what they're feeling. And so there is this great amount of, you know, uh, emotional need. Almost it's very not motherly, but nurturing. They want a lot of nurturing energy from you. They do not want any deceit from you, even though they might be expecting it. Seven of Swords is, becoming aware of the lies and the deceit and the thievery and the stealing. And they've had this happen in the past and they kind of below the surface expect it, because that's what they've experienced. Maybe even among their parents and siblings and whatever, they saw people cheating and people not being faithful, or maybe this happened to them. But they're below the surface. It's like that's what they fear and that's what they expect will happen. But they do not want to expect it from you. They expect you not to do that stuff. And then we have the Judgment card. And this is about seeing things from a higher perspective. I just feel like they have a high bar that is set for themselves and for others that feels almost unobtainable. It just feels like it's so big, so high. It's like, oh my gosh, it's almost like you're expecting perfection, which is what humans normally do when when the human's looking and comparing itself to others. It's got this long list of rules that expects you to do, and that's part of that Queen of Cups, that you should just know all of these expectations. You read their minds, read their hearts. You should just know. And so realize that you're regardless of what they're expecting from you, you can't live up to it. There, it's said. And that's what it is for everyone. We can't, you know, there's this long list of expectations everyone has, and no one, not even themselves, can live up to it. But that's part of this life, is we're inundated with so many roles of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. We're needed in fear of rejection, of failure, of whatever other fears are attached to it, and no one can live up to it. And that's the journey of this life. When we get disappointed enough and people not living up to our expectations, or us being a disappointment to other people for not living up to theirs, we eventually just want to abandon expectations, turn inward and upward, fill up with love, and then start celebrating who everyone is instead. It's a big thing. It's this journey, but you know, uh, and the expectations are always changing. Things are being added, things are being taken away. There's always the ever-changing list. So you might have an old copy and you think, I did it all. Nope, some things have changed. Curses. So I feel like Spirit is kind of trying to just have this message of look into your expectations you have on yourself, and how can you free yourself from that? Because when you free yourself from that, you free everyone else too. Because while you have yourself under this long list of rules, by golly, you're going to make sure everyone else is living up to them too. You can turn in your little deputy's badge and go, I give up. I can't. I'm sick and tired of trying to make everyone live up to my expectations and trying to live up to everyone else's. It's exhausting. All right. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Tortoise Love. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me see where we're at here. Moving down the list here. And all right. Boom, boom, boom. Irresistible smile. Hello, hello. So, what are Mike's actions going to be towards you next month in March? All right, let's take a look here based on current energies. What is coming in here? What are their next actions in March? All right. Well, it feels here, we've got the High Priestess card, which the High Priestess kind of steps back, connects higher, goes behind the veil, dives deep into emotions. And the Fool card is like this new adventure, ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure, free from a lot of the expectations and free from all those roles and supposed to be's and should be's, need to be's and have to be's. This energy here feels like a separation in a way of like they're wanting some alone time. They need to figure things out. And this ending and beginning is like the old ways of approaching things is done, and old cycle's done, a new cycle begins. But it's something that's free from a lot of the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's, not having a lot of intention and rules, but like, I want to go on an adventure. Do you want to go with me? And you're like, yeah, but where are we going? What's the climate? Blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, do you want to go on an adventure with me? And you're like, yeah, but I need to know all this. They're like, well, then you're not the one to go on it with me. I want someone just to be willing to go, let's go, and no idea where you're headed, you know? And I know that's hard for a lot of us. I know for me, with my air sign sun and my Capricorn rising and all this energy of I like plans, that when someone wants to do something spur of the moment, I'm like, You don't even know me. Sudden? What are you talking about?" But, I've learned over the years to lighten up a little bit more on that, but I do prefer advanced warning. And I feel like this is what is needed. And I feel like they're just kind of going through this stepping back. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the, world card, which is an ending. That's the last card in the major arcana. Full card is the beginning. So it's some sort of transformation. And I feel like they're really stepping into this. I don't feel like it's a midlife crisis, but I do feel like they're wanting just to take time away from everyone and everything. I got to figure out things. And then as they're figuring things out, they're like, are you willing to go with me on this journey where I don't know where I'm headed? And if you're like, yeah, I'm in, I don't care, let's do it. You have to mean it, because the moment that you're all like, where are we headed? They're going to be like, what? We're just headed this direction. I don't know where we're going to end up. And you're like, well, I need to know. Then that's when they start headed away and pulling away. But I feel like what they're needing right now is someone just to be able to go with the flow and not need to know. Wow, I made up a rhyme. Spirit did. All right. So that's what's coming in. Irresistible smile. Hopefully that makes sense to you there. So that's what's coming in. Many blessings. And then Sen, S-E-N. You want a general reading for the next 3 months. Let's take a look here and see. General reading for the next 3 months. All right. All right. Well, I like this. The next 3 months, you do definitely have an important relationship, if not romantic, coming in here, but it forms and kind of is birthed through you being true to your authentic self with this Three of Pentacles. It's about you being creative, pursuing your passions, and in pursuing your passions is how you find this important partnership, whether it is best friend, romantic, whatever it may be that you're looking for in your heart, in your life. But it's by doing what you love and are passionate about, you meet someone else who also loves that and is passionate about. And that becomes a commonality and where the spark happens between the two of you. But it's about you being true to your passion, what you want to do, not what you think other people think you should do, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I love doing this, I'm going to go, I don't know why they're saying, like, comic books. I'm gonna go to this, or maybe Comic-Con or comic books, something geeky, even. It's like, I know I'm not gonna tell anyone else about this, but I'm gonna go to it. And you meet someone there and you're like, you click and you're like, oh my gosh, this is great, and I like it for you. That's what they're basically saying. The next 3 months is such an important thing about you discovering your passion, living your passion. That's where you find this relationship. So I like it. Boom, boom, boom. So that is what they have for you, Sen. All right, we did those. 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 Okay. I want to make sure I'm not skipping over anyone. So thank you for your patience here. We did those. And you're down to right here. Irresistible smile. You're so funny. Better simmer down now. So maybe they are going through a midlife crisis. All right. You're so funny. All right. Alphonse, you are up. Fusilaire. Is Lisa starting to miss you? Let's take a look here and see what we have here. So, is Lisa starting to miss you? You know, they're here, they're at this end of this journey of this 10 of wands and this page of pentacles. I feel like they're not I don't is she even one that misses things or people in her life? Because I feel like the page of pentacles, it's like, okay, I've reached the next stage of my journey. I'm going on to the next chapter. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I just feel like they're so focused in on that that they don't look backwards. They're just looking at writing the next chapter of their book here. So I don't feel like, it's not personal, and I know it's hard not to take it personal when people don't miss other people, but especially where they're at in their life, where they're just looking at the very next thing, the very next thing, the very next thing is all that they can take in their life. I feel they just been through a lot. It just feels like, this big um, uncertainty or shakeup, and they just can't. I don't know if they just can't mentally handle thinking beyond the moment or the day. Whatever's been going on in their life, I just feel like they're just so the feeling they have is they feel so broken. They're not broken, but they feel it's like they're experiencing victimhood and brokenness, and I just can't think beyond this moment and this day, and this is as much as I can handle, and I can only think about myself right now. And this is the kind of energy that I feel that they have going on within them. So, I wouldn't be like, um, go, well, they don't miss anyone. They don't looking at anything else. They're just a little self-consumed right now. So that's what's going on there. And, you know, that's what we have, Alphonse. So hang in there, my friend. I feel like it's good that you're stepping beyond that because I just feel like it's a starship breaking away from a black hole. If you know, if you're a sci-fi fan, that's what they're showing to me in my head because I am a sci-fi fan. So that's how they communicate with me. But that's what's coming in there for you. All right. So hang in there, Alphonse. And then Valerie Calver, you are up. You will try a reading. All right. And so I don't see a specific question. So we'll give you a general reading, see what spirit wants you to know right now. So let's take a look here. Valerie. All right. Look at you. You've got the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. And this is great because the Queen of Swords herself is the balancing between the heart and the mind. And the High Priestess, major arcana connection into the emotional world, but she steps away, connects higher, gains great knowledge, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the hidden and the unknown, and also all their emotions. So there's a lot of connection here. It just feels like it's a wonderful time here for you to realize, just gain some clarity in your life around, I don't know, I mean, it's almost like it's limitless that you could discover. There's a lot of feel like a lot of shaking of the cage of thought and belief that's been happening in your life. And I feel like, I mean, 5 years was a big, like 5 years ago was huge. Then 3 years ago was huge. 1 year ago was huge. And now I feel like you're kinda used to the rattling of the cage, it feels like, but this is heightened, and you've been, if you feel like, "Well, I'm back here again," it's not, because it's like you've gone up 2 flights of stairs and you look, right? You look down, then you go up 2 more flights of stairs, you look down, you go 2 more flights of stairs, and even though it looks similar, your stage is above where you were before, and you're moving up this spiral staircase and looking at how you think about yourself and the world and people and things. And there's this great high priestess, yeah, step away, connect with spirit. You're given the Ace of Swords, which is giving you the access to the capital T truths of a higher realm, where you can see things in your life from totally different perspectives. But I feel like it's also important that, spirit's letting you know, oh, now I just see here, you buy a house soon. um so I totally missed that right after that there. But I do feel like you're in this time of very much looking at things from a different perspective, and kind of celebrating how far that you've come. So obviously, they covered my eyes because you needed to hear that. Will you buy a house soon? You do have the Lover's card, which is the power of emotional choice, and you do have the capacity to buy one soon. But it's about emotional choices that you take regarding it. So you definitely have the possibilities of purchasing a home. Um, it's just you having to decide what you want and not what you think everyone else wants you to have. What do you want? And when you are putting down what your heart wants, not what your mind says you're supposed to, should, need to, have to, want, there's this clarity that comes in, and you're like, okay, well, I don't even want to live here. I want to live in that city nearby. I don't want to live in down here. I want to live here, or I want to live here. Everyone's saying, oh, no, 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 you don't want to live there. You want to live here. And you're like, okay, that's where you're looking, but you don't want to live there. So look where your heart's desire is, and you'll find it. And I like that for you. All right. So that's what we have for you, Valerie. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Shay from Memphis, you are up. So Shay, first time watcher, well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you here. Hopefully we'll see you around some more. Want to know what you need to know. Thank you for the love and light. We definitely will take that. Let's see, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right, look at you. So you have the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant coming up first. And, of course, Ace of Swords is about connecting, and it's a gift from Spirit, allowing you to see things from a higher perspective. And even the Hierophant is your higher self, drawing you in to see things, the capital T truths of who you want to be, what you want to do, where you want to head, and really seeing the clarity of what you're wanting to see in this life, and be in this life and experience in this life, getting out of your head of the old ways of thinking. And you even have the Fool card, which is the first card in the major arcana, following the World card, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And so the Fool card coming in here, we have this adventure of free of a lot of expectations, free from a lot of limitations. I like the combination of all these because it does feel like you're at a point in your life where you're tired of existing. You're ready to start living, and you're getting in tune with what your dream is. Because when you wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today, we know that's not our dream. That's a dream that was given to us, implanted into our brain from society, parents, whoever. And when we realize that's not what I want to do, we get out of our heads into our hearts. We see things from a higher perspective. We see things, these capital teachers, from the point of view of our higher mind, not our human mind, and from our higher heart, not our human heart. And then you're ready to start a new direction. You're ready to head off into a journey that's specific and unique to your heart and how you uniquely want to share that love in your heart with the world. So I like that for you, Shay from Memphis. A lot of clarity coming in there. And that is what they have for you right now. So many, many blessings to you. And glad to have you around. Thanks for being here. All right. All right. Bellini Martini. That's funny. So not sad, but normal chill speed instead of 2 times the speed. That's funny. You are funny. All right. All right. Well, we're getting down here. I've only got about 4 minutes left, and I got a handful of people. So I'm not sure how far I'm going to get through here. Let's just take a look here and see how fast I can get, at least get you guys some answers here. So, Dijona, you'd like a general reading. So, we're just going to try to go to one card readings here. So, what we got here. So, Dijona, you have the Six of Swords, which is, I feel like maybe you got this earlier, the movement of leaving behind old ways of thinking and moving forward. So, there is progression, there is a letting go of some old thinking, some old ways, but you do have this movement that's igniting in the outside world because of it. So, a change of thought, a letting go of some fears allows you to step forward, even move to a different country, move to a different place, relationship, job. But it is this change of mindset is igniting and changing this energy in the outside world for you. So I do see that coming in here for you. So I like that for you, Dijona. That's what they have for you right now is don't be afraid to have movement, would be the general message there. All right, so many blessings to you. And Mars, you want to know what does the universe want you to know right now that you don't? All right, let's take a look here. All right. That you're so much more connected to spirit than you believe that you are or been taught that you are. High Priestess, you can connect, and that spirit has been contacting you and talking with you so much. And you have such a capacity to go behind the veil, to dive into the unknown. And again, such power, such, you know, that you are so much more than this human. You are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, and you've got such a strong connection. You're never alone. Spirit's always around you 24/7. You got thousands of beings of light around you that are always communicating and ready. And all you have to do is ask of your own free will for answers, direction, synchronicities, and they will show it to you. And I feel like that's a big thing that you need to know is that you are so much more connected to spirit than you can ever imagine. And they've got so much to tell you. The high priestess steps away, connects with spirit. So I like that for you, Mars. Um, I feel like you're like, well, I know I'm connected. I'm like, you have no idea of your connection. You have like a microphone to the back room. Is this thing on? They can hear you. So just know that. All right. So many blessings to you, Mars. And then, hi, my name is Flo. Hello. Want to know how does the aqua girl that you're talking to feel about you? She seems interested, asked me out and all, but she's acting weird lately. Well, she's an Aquarian. Aquarius, we act weird. Or like she doesn't care, doesn't reply in time. Oh, I get you. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Understanding Aquarian energy is an important thing. And, you've got the judgment card, which is, so Aquarian. I'm Aquarius sun. We're pulled by our higher calling, which is to help humanity. And we get lost in it. And you can even ask people who date Aquarians that sometimes you have to ask for emotion, expecting them to be like everyone else, you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. We're weird, we're unique, we're bizarre, we're different. We don't look at things the same as anyone else. We have a whole new way of looking at things. The old ways don't work anymore, the new ways. And so, the biggest thing that you can do with an Aquarian is to accept them who they are, where they're at, and appreciate their weirdness and their difference, and drop all the expectations, because otherwise, they will, they'll go in the opposite direction, lickety split and fast. So if they showed you, that they like you and they asked you out, then they have interest in you. But you know, be different, be just allow them to be who they are, and that's how you draw them towards you, is by not expecting things and by being weird back to them. Be the old unique unicorn self that you are too, and allow your freak flag to show, and that'll attract them. But they'll get caught up, and this is their birthday month, Aquarius. We've got all this Aquarian energy happening. We're drawn into these higher realms. We're drawn into helping humanity. We can get so involved in community and friends that we can overdo things too, till we learn to balance. So I don't feel like they're playing games. I just feel like they're just caught up in their calling. And if they, as I say with Aquarian, if they asked you out, they have interest, that's there. You just have to kind of, uh, yeah. Well, she does have interest there and connection there, so that's the biggest thing there. And everyone's a mirror for us, so we can kind of look at that and go, what can I or cannot give there. But at least you have that piece there for you right now, Flow. So hang in there. And if it's like, it's too much work, you can let it go. All right, I have a couple more I want to get in here. Ooh, I'm a little past. I'm going to be headed off here in a second to join my Praying Mantis members. So fast action, Jas, will Samir come back? Let's take a look here. Will they come back? No, I don't feel like they will. Full card is they're on a new adventure, so they're on this new adventure and headed off in that direction. So I don't feel like they will come back there, Jas. All right, so hang in there. And Premia, you want the OGP agency offered you a job? Woohoo! Should you accept? Should you go through this? Will they do fast processing or the Polytheatics Medical Staffing Agency? Okay, we'll take a look here. There's no shoulds with spirits, so we'll option one, option two. Option one is should you accept? Well, you've got the moon card, which is there are a lot of hidden and unknown things with that process there. So I feel like you will get some surprises that happen through I don't feel like it's going to be fast. I feel like there's going to be like, oh, now they need this. Oh, here's another surprise. Oh, here's another thing they need. The other one, applying through ADEX medical staffing, you have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from old things and walking into something that sounds like dreams come true and wish fulfillment. So, Premia, I would say that the energy between the two, would be the secondary one, which is the ADEX medical staffing agency. It feels like something that feels more wish fulfilling and giving you what you're looking for. I feel like the other is gonna, like, a lot of hidden things will come out. All right, so that's what they have there for you, Premia. And then lastly, Tammy M, you would like to know what is causing this stagnation and heaviness in the home. Nothing's changing. Let's take a look here and see. I apologize, I don't mean to rush, but I like a minute away from headed off here to run over to my Praying Mantis session. You have the Page of Pentacles. So there is this grounding, what's the stagnation and heaviness? There's a lot of discovery here with the Page of Pentacles about discovering your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, right? And so I feel like with this stagnation and heaviness in the home, actually goes beyond that. There's this energy that's inside of you, right? We don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are, and we don't feel nothing's changing. But I feel like it's about getting grounded in our own worth, in our own self. So I just really feel like, there's some conflict between the head and the heart that's going on, that like the heart wants to move forward and the head's like, no. And so I feel like that's where this heaviness and stagnation, it just feels like there's this fear that's holding us in with these thoughts in our mind, even though our heart wants something different. There's just a lot of this bubbling below the surface. So I would encourage, maybe check out my From Chaos to Cozy um, new podcast, and this is for everyone if you're interested. It'll talk about the difference between the two realms, chaos and cozy, and there's another one coming out this Sunday, but that might help shine some light on chaos is the heavy, cozy is the where we want to head off to. We talk a little bit about the difference between the two, so hopefully that might help there. And sorry, I know I was rushing. I wanted to get in there. But you can always also return. I will be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as well. And if anyone wants to join me in my praying mantis session at $7.99 a month, gives you full access to all of these sessions after these, the 2-hour Q&A on Thursday nights, plus for my Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis, you get advanced access to all of my videos, my podcasts, and the cozy chat on Wednesday nights too. So if you're interested, all that information is down in the description box of the video. But I'm headed off here, everyone. I'm a late, so I gotta go. But please know I'm so grateful for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support, your senses of humor, and especially your thirst for spirit. And please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you may be in the world. Until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there. You guys take care. We'll see you soon.